In this video, we're going to take a look at a very compact yet very bright flashlight from the folks at Thrunite, the Thrunite T1. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Thrunite were kind enough to send me one of their brand new, or pretty new, T1 compact super bright flashlights so I can show it to you and to sponsor this video. We're going to take a quick look at this coming up right after this word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Big Daddy Unlimited. Big Daddy Unlimited is a membership-based buyers club, and as a member you have the ability to buy pretty much anything you can think of related to guns and ammo and shooting at wholesale pricing. And right now you can get a 30-day trial membership for 99 cents a month. I'm a member and it's definitely saving me money. I'll put a link in the description below and one right up here. You can go check them out for the first month for just 99 cents. See if you think it's going to be a good deal for you. I know for me it was. Okay, so as I said, the Thrunite T1 is a very compact yet very bright light at a maximum 1500 lumens in this package about the size of a big lighter. And what is also cool about this is it doesn't feature like stepped levels, so it features what they call an infinity level, so basically you can just range it all the way from the low to the high and pick exactly the light setting you want. So let's talk about the specs of this thing real quick, and then we'll cut to the night shots and we'll wrap this up because it's a little short flashlight. I'm going to try to make this a little short video. We'll see how that goes, right? So anyway, let's talk about this one. It is the dimensions on this thing are 2 3/4 inches long by 1.04 inches in diameter at the bezel by 0.86 inches diameter and in the body. And oh, I finally get to say this again, for those of you still stuck in that old metric system, that is 69.5 millimeters long by 26.5 millimeters at the lens bezel by 22 millimeters at the tail cap. You know, every time I say that, somebody gets triggered. I never ever realized how sensitive people are about their units of measurement. Let me grab my tongue out of my cheek now, and by the way, the weight on this thing is just 2.5 ounces with the battery, or that is 71.5 G's. I think that stands for grams, doesn't it? Anyway, all right, I'll stop now. It's IPX8 waterproof, 1 meter drop resistant like all the Thrunites. Features, as you can see, this hopefully a kind of an orange peel reflector, an ultra clear glass lens, and a Cree HXP 50 LED. Oh, also it features one of their kind of two-way pocket clips, so you can actually stick it in a pocket this way or this way. You can also clip this thing right there on your hat and use it as like a headlamp. You know, 2.5 ounces is about borderline of where I think it's going to start flopping your hat around. I guess it depends on how tight you wear your hat, right? Anyway, all that being said, it features a magnetic tail cap and a side switch. I like to orient the pocket clip opposite the switch so I can catch it with my fingers, and I know the switch is right on top, but I think that's helpful. The magnetic tail cap is definitely helpful because you can stick this thing on a car hood, you can stick it wherever wherever you can stick a magnet and kind of help light up the area hands-free. So there's that. Let's talk about the light levels, run times, and we'll cut to the night shots and we'll wrap this thing up. So, like most Thrunites, it features a firefly of 1 lumen, and the way you access that is you just, while the light's off, you long press the side switch, and it comes on to the 1 lumen level. That's going to give you 14 days at that light level. And really, what I found that's really good for is just reading maps or reading something in the dark, where it really doesn't destroy your night vision like some of the brighter stuff does. It features, like I said, the infinity range of low to high, and that is from 15 lumens, which is good for 36 hours, all the way up to 685 lumens for 80 minutes. And the way you access that, you just turn it on, click it on. And then I don't know what level it's at now, but as you hold it down, it's going to cycle through, and then when it gets to the end of the cycle, it flashes a couple times and starts going back the other direction. So it's going to go down to low, and it's going to flash a couple times, and you keep holding it down, it'll keep going back and forth. What's also cool is when you turn it off, when you turn it back on, it's going to go to whatever level you left it at. So it's got a memory in that range. Now, it won't do that on Firefly, and it won't do it on Turbo, which is 1500 lumens, and the way you access Turbo is from any mode. Let's try it from Firefly, for example. Just double click it and it comes on to Turbo, which is 1500 lumens. And the Turbo is going to be good 1500 lumens for 3 minutes. Then it's going to go down to 408 lumens for 80 minutes. So I know a lot of people say, well, it's only 3 minutes, but I'll tell you what, if you don't think 3 minutes is a long time, let's just hold your breath for 3 minutes. Let's go. Start right now. Nah, don't do that. Okay, I don't want to see. I don't want your face to turn blue. Okay, anyway, it also features a strobe. So if that bothers you, then just turn away for a minute. But to access the strobe, and the strobe is, by the way, 700 lumens. Just triple click it from any mode. So right now it's off. We'll triple click it, and it goes to the strobe, and there's the strobe. So that's pretty much the light levels and the run times on it. Oh, also, it features a lockout, which is pretty cool, because if you ever had one of these things and turn on in your pocket and not know it, or turn on in your backpack, and if it turns on in your pocket and you don't know it, if it's on high, you're going to know it soon because it'll get warm. But if it's in a pack or something, it'll run your battery down. And the way you get the lockout is first you turn it on to Firefly, right? And then just hold it down for 3 seconds, and it goes off. When it goes off, it's going to be locked out. You can push it, nothing happens. If you want to turn it back on, unlock it, so to speak, just hold it down for 3 seconds, and it's come back on to Firefly. Now it's unlocked. Oh, also, one other thing I was going to say, this thing features a 18350 battery, so it's kind of a weird little battery, but it has a built-in micro USB charging port here. It comes with a micro USB cable and a couple extra O-rings and a lanyard along with the clip and an extra little seal here also. So, but you can charge this thing with just any USB kind of wall thing like you would charge your phone with, and that way you don't have to worry about having extra battery charge or anything like that. So let's go ahead and cut to the night shots, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. Okay, so here we are in the semi-darkness. We got a little moon action going on, but the Firefly here, there's one lumen Firefly, and I've got this about 18 inches from my hand, so you can see pretty good job of lighting up that for reading or whatever. Turn it to the infinity settings, and we're going to let it go all the way down until it blinks twice. Okay, so there we are on the low, and that's 15 lumens. So pretty bright on my hand. You can't really see anything out there in the yard with it, but if you get down to the grass, you know, you can kind of see. And as we hold down, let it cycle up to the infinity, you can see it gets really bright. And as we can actually look all the way out into the pretty stinking good out there into the outdoor studio worldwide headquarters here. And wow, those reflective lines on that battle box TP tent really shine out. But you can see just really good job of just lighting up the whole outdoor studio out there. Pretty decent, and that's just on the high. That's like 785. If you double click and go to turbo, you can see it's like, wow, really bright. And one thing I noticed is there's not really a defined hot spot in it, although it is a little brighter in the center. But for such a small light, this thing throws out a lot of light. And then we're going to let it turn it off, turn it back. It's going to be on the memory of the 785 high. So there's 785, and there's the 1500. Pretty good. And we open it back on 785 and just hold it down. You can see as it cycles all the way down to 15 lumens, clicks a little bit, it comes all the way back up to the 785 again. Okay, well, as you can see, this little sucker does a pretty good job of lighting up the backyard, even though the camera never seems to do a good job of capturing all that, but it really does. And a couple things I really like about it. I like the infinity light level. I like not being limited to whatever some engineer in a factory decided was going to be what I wanted to see. I like to be able to just find whatever light I want, turn it off. I've got the memory feature, so when I turn it back on, it's going to be at that light. I like the magnetic tail cap. I think that's a really great feature to have. Although if you put this in your pocket, it's going to stick to your keys or anything else metal in there. So you got pros and cons to that. I like the little two-way headlamp clip. I just think that's pretty cool, and I really like the lockout on it because it just keeps you from pressing this thing and by accident turning it on, because it's not that hard to press and turn on. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to turn it on, so if you lock it out, you don't have to worry about that. So anyway, if you're looking for a pretty cool little light, you might want to check out the Thrunite T1. I hope this has been helpful. Once again, thanks to the folks at Thrunite for sending me this so I can show it to you and for sponsoring this video. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday and sometimes random videos throughout the week. There's another one right there. And if you're not subscribed, you click down in the corner, click that little subscribe button, that little bell, you won't miss a single one. Don't forget to check out the sponsor list in the video description. Many of those have coupon codes and all of them are companies that I know and trust. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.